Hey guys, welcome back to How to Build a Layout from Start to Finish. Today we're wrapping things up and going over just the small details that you can do to make your scene really come to life. Now obviously not everybody's going to be doing farm layouts like I am. I'm just giving you ideas to bring the third dimension up out of your layout and make it something that you'll enjoy. Now the first thing I've done here is I've added these HO scale corn stalks by JTT Products. And they're real cool, but you have to plant them individually. Good thing I laid down foam because it makes it very easy to plant. But it still took a while just for that little field. And I plan on doing another cornfield on the other end of my layout. And it's going to be full of corn and it's going to take a while to get it done. But those are JTT corn stalks. You can find them at modeltrainstuff.com. Another thing I got from another YouTuber is these alternative energy windmills by Scene Setters, which is just a subsidiary of Woodland Scenics. Now these windmills do not operate. They are talking about putting out HO scale windmills that do operate, but they're looking at 200 bucks a piece. So these don't operate. I can just twirl them if I want to, or if I'm really wanting to get the effect, maybe blow a fan or something. With those Scene Setters also came these solar panels here, and I've made a portion of my field just solar panel, which you do see in farmland. I've seen actually out here just fields with solar panels. I've done a small setting of those. So that's just kind of bringing something up out of the flat layout that we had here and making some three-dimensional things go on. And you can also have a lot of fun with it, just kind of making things as you go along, like this crop circle that you have probably seen in my other videos. We have to have a culprit for the crop circle, so we've got the UFO over here. Now this UFO is by Bosch. It's a German company, HO scale, well actually any scale for the UFO. It can be made by any scale layout. The larger it's going to be if it's an N scale layout or something like that. Smaller it's going to be if it's a O or G scale layout. They didn't really assign a scale to it, but it's really cool. It just takes a little bit of wiring. And just for a more dramatic effect, I threw a cow under their little tractor beam because they're going to be doing some cow experiments here later. So there's my culprit for my crop circles. I've already showed you how I tilled the fields here and made little lines in the fields. I've also picked up a few engines and other products since we last talked. I picked up this Nickel Plate Road 765, which you Model Railroader Test Track subscribers may have seen me running on my little test track YouTube page. So that engine's very cool. It's MTH, DCC, and sound. Also operates under the MTH DCS system, which I have. Another thing I picked up is the Southern Pacific Kato C44-9W. I've had a UP patch put on it. It's not prototypical with the only one that's accurate, but it does have the correct road number. The one that is still in service has that road number, but looks way more destroyed, and I just like the clean look of the locomotive, and I may get into weathering and graffiti later, but not right now. Also, I picked up this Napa Valley wine train set. This thing's still available out there sparsely. I won't do a review on it because you're not going to like it, but I highly suggest that if you get this wine train set, you expect to do some tweaking because these cars derail like nobody's business. So that's some extra rolling stock I picked up, and you can see some of the other farmland stuff that I've done here. I've still got a lot to do, a lot to bring up out of the soil and make three-dimensional, because this, the way it is over here, works good if you're at like a 20 or 30,000 scale feet view and you're looking from an airplane. This is how a field looks. But we're down here almost on ground level with these locomotives running by, and we need three-dimensional things to come up out of these fields, so I've got a lot of work to do. If they're a plowed field, that's fine, they can be flat, but if they're supposed to have things going on, I'm going to be putting corn stalks, wheat, things like that to make it come up out of the ground. So those are just some ideas for how to do scenery, final touches on a layout. I just want you all to know the layout is yours. Make yourself happy with the layout. As I've mentioned before in my BU video, the layout only has to please you. Don't worry about what other people say. If you want to seek their advice, go ahead. I've gotten some real good ideas from other people, but only because I wanted to incorporate them into my layout. So do what you want to do and make the layout how you want so it pleases you, and that's all that matters. Thanks for watching. This has been the conclusion of how to build a layout from start to finish. I'm always available for questions, but from now on I'm going to be focusing on running trains, doing operating sessions, and just taking video of trains running, and also the Overland Models brass reviews that'll be coming up this summer as these products start to roll in late July to mid-August is what the time is I'm given from Overland Models to have some of my brass in. Thanks for watching. See you next time.